We live at the Hunnid Table. We got a special guest. You mind introducing yourself, Brody?
My name is Casey Rain.
Casey Rain, man. Where are you from?
I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
You was born and raised in Tulsa, Oklahoma?
I was born in Tulsa, Oklahoma, but I've been raised in New Mexico.
Ooh, New Mexico. That's hella far. We're going to get to that, but what is it that you do?
I make music, and I talk about my business a lot. My business is CBND.
What's CBND?
CBND is Chase Bags, Not Dreams. It's not even like a label. It's something like more like a family, because I didn't grow up with my family. I've been like a foster child, and I've been searching. I've been trying to search for like my own family, and a lot of people that's been like black sheeps, we've been trying to push them like to being like a goat, and that's what we're representing.
That's good. That's good. Chase bags, not dreams. That's what. Man, how you end up coming up with that? Like,
Because
just off the family sense?
no, it's not even about the family sense. It's about because there's a lot of people that be like trying to chase their dreams and everything, but they ain't got money behind it. But if you keep on chasing a bag, then the dreams gonna follow. They're gonna come with it. So you always gotta just chase your dream. Chase your bag and everything, and the dreams are gonna follow.
Cool. That sounds dope, man. For real. Summarize your upbringing.
All right, so a little bit about me. Like, I was born in Tulsa, but like my family, my parents, and I'm not gonna say that they didn't love me, but I didn't really know them like that because, like I said, I was a foster child because they was on drugs. So since they was on drugs, I had to go from shelters to group homes to being like in foster care, and realized that I wasn't even like loved from my foster parents. I was going from foster home because I was basically a paycheck. So with all that going through, then I ended up having to like trying to find love since I didn't grow up with my mom. I started finding love from these females. And I started dating older women and everything. And since I was dating older women, they started trying to control me. And if I didn't listen, it wasn't like that they had whooped me, but it was like, it was abusive. They got very abusive with all that. And then like, I couldn't even listen to certain music when I was around people. So, but I had a lot of pain. And I even had like suicidal thoughts to go in my mind. I even turned to drugs. You know, I start trying to sell drugs, anything to get rid of the pain. And none of that would work. So I started turning to music because I was like, I have to make money. So there has to be a reason why I'm going through this pain. Otherwise I was gonna give up. So whenever I started going towards my music and start putting into it, that's when I realized I had a talent for it, and I started trying to speak into it. Then I started falling off of that. I was like, no, because there had to be a quicker way. And I started going and linking up with other people that had the same pain as me. But that didn't work out, because if I link up with other people, you're going through the same thing I'm going through, and you haven't found the answer and the solution, and I ain't got found the answer to the solution, then we both of us gonna be lost. So I had to keep pushing. Then that's when I started working on my LLC, because I started realizing, like, a lot of people say money don't buy happiness, but that's just a bullshit lie. Because ever since once I get money, I'm happy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to depend on nobody besides myself. Now I go out there and go get that bag. And that's where Chase Bags Not Dreams came from. Because me chasing a dream, I was looking for my family. My family wasn't even there for me. But I started chasing that bag. I started building my own family. I started building my own goals. I started coming up. Then I started getting my little niggas. I got little niggas that ride for me. You know what I'm saying? I got my own family, YRN. I got Lil Zam. I got Merk. I got Shooter. I got Ape. I got people that actually ride for me with this, that actually come with, make sure that I'm okay. That's my family. And we pushing this together, CBND. And that's how I came to God.
Man, that's hella deep, man. We gonna get to some of that, man. Describe your parents and stuff. No, let's skip over that, because you basically summarized that up. My bad, buddy. We gonna describe the relationships that you're in, because that's how I kind of met you. I met you before, and I couldn't put my thumb on it. I'm like, damn. We worked at the same place at the little Walmart, but we gonna skip past that because we both passed that chapter in our lives. So describe the relationships that you were in. You say you were in 3 relationships. You mentioned 3 relationships in this song that I seen you record. What I seen you
my exes. All right, then I can break it down. Ain't no problem. I've been wanting to talk about this. Okay, so my exes, like, all right, the song's about me talking to my girl. It's me talking to my girl, telling her like, look, I love you, but you know the bullshit I've been through. So if I'm telling you that I love you, know that shit is like, that shit don't come easy, because of the shit I've been through. Like the first verse is talking about, I'm not even gonna say their name, but the first verse is talking about this girl that I used to date. She older than me. She had 2 other kids, and these 2 other kids, like, I was there trying to help out. I'm trying to play daddy, you know what I'm saying? Stepdaddy, you know I'm trying my best to be there. And A lot of these females, I'm not saying every female, but a lot of these females are evil as fuck. That female used to abuse me. She used to put her hands on me. She used to, man, cops got called, and I was trying to be like one of them niggas with like, I'm not gonna hit no female. I'm not gonna hit no female, man. I'm bloody. I'm drenching blood. I got marks on me. That's why I wear long sleeves and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to go through that shit. I ended up getting she ended up calling the cops. The cops came, and they was gonna side with her because she's a woman. But the fact that I had marks on me and everything, they had no choice but to take her in. That was the only reason, because I had marks on me. Other than that, they wasn't going to believe none of that story. Then the second verse. The second verse is talking about this other female that was supposed to have my kid. She was supposed to have my kid, and we were supposed to, like, you know, do that little family bullshit thing. And I'm not saying that families is bullshit, but we were supposed to rise up on that. The thing about it is she was staying with her baby daddy the whole fucking time. Me sending money out like a fucking idiot. I'm sending money out trying to make sure everything's good with her so I can see my kid. I can't even see this kid this whole time. So I'm like, fuck it, we're going to take this shit to court so I can see the kid be in the kid's life. There's niggas out there that will actually try to be in their kid's life. I'm trying my best to be out there. Once I try to do that, they was like, you got to put your name on the birth certificate. Like, the fuck? I was at the hospital. I'm at the hospital, signed the birth certificate. I know my name is on the birth certificate. But it turned out, whenever I went to go use the bathroom, if the mother feels like you're not the father, they can have that shit removed. I didn't know nothing about that. So now I'm like looking clueless, like the fuck. I thought my name was on the birth certificate. Then when they did do a DNA test, they swabbed me. They trying to go find her. She run from the cop, so they had to send security to go to her job. Then he forced her to do the swab test. Turns out I got this letter in the mail and said, you are 99.99% not the father of this child. Broken. I'm talking about, my family's telling me the baby don't look like you. Everybody's telling you the baby don't look like you. And I'm like, nah, y'all just tripping, man. That baby's mine. I know that baby's mine. The baby's not mine the whole time. Also, in the second verse, there's another part that there's this female that I'm talking about. This female is pregnant. So I'm like, well, you know what? I date a female my age. I date an older woman. You know what I'm saying? This female, she's pregnant. So, like, you know what? Fuck it. I didn't even know she was pregnant when I first got with her. But once I started finding out that she's pregnant and her man ain't trying to be out of life, I'm like, let me try. I'm over here sipping to this female. I'm trying to do everything for this female. The female going out to New Mexico, doing all this shit. Whatnot. Also became violent. Whenever I went out there, my mom died. My parents, both of my parents, that's why I lost my parents to drugs, because they chose drugs over their own child. So I went out there to the funeral. When I went out there to the funeral, I can't even grieve. Oh, girl talking about, come over here with me, I'm gonna help you out. I go over there and try to help her out. This female knows that I don't speak native. I don't speak Navajo. She takes me all the way out to Farmington, New Mexico, to the res, where they don't even speak a lick of English. I'm going out there, it's like I'm basically kidnapped. I'm in a hotel, I'm trying to call the cops and everything. None of them is even trying to speak or trying to help me out. They think that everything's in fun and games because I'm a man. So I'm out there starving. So I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I go ahead, I sit back, I let that shit go. I try my best to be there for her. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe she really wants to be with me. My mind's fucked up with all this mental shit. I'm trying my best to be this for this female. Then she finally comes up, starts feeding me, pull me. We trying to get a place together. My mind's already made up. As soon as I get a chance, I'm out this bitch. As soon as I got that chance, I left. I went to go visit my foster family. Then that's when I start realizing y'all wanted me for a check. So I'm trying to come back. This girl goes, well, I want to prove my loyalty. I want to see how much you really want to be a family man. I said, all right, then prove it. Tell me. That's when she started telling me all this bullshit about, hey, I just fucked my best friend. My best friend just gave me herpes. Now, if you really love me, you'll come out here and you'll try to be with me. I'm like, the fuck? Fuck all that shit. You can keep that nigga. You can keep the herpes and you can keep the babies. I'm done with that bullshit. And we at where we at now.
Man, goddamn, man. You spoke about a lot of abuse and a lot of domestic violence. Man, how do you feel about domestic violence both ways? Men going towards women doing domestic violence and women going towards men doing domestic violence. And how do you get out of a situation like that?
I feel like there's a lot of... I'm gonna keep it a bill with you. I'm not even gonna hold you. There's a lot of women that's been going through domestic violence, but the only reason we know about it is because they speaking about it. A lot of men that goes through it, they're not gonna speak up on it. And if they try to speak up on it, the only thing that they're gonna say is, I've been in a toxic relationship. Nah, nigga, you need to open up and be like, nah, I've been abused by this female. I try my best not to do this. It got to the point where I was put in the corner where I had no choice but to hit back. There's a lot of women out there that's stronger than these guys that would actually put these dudes down. There's a lot of females that have put these niggas down. There's a lot of guys that don't want to open their mouths because they looking at it like, hey man, I don't want to be a pussy and everything. You know, I just went to this other female, but then they'd rather get locked up for a couple years for finally snapping on that female and swinging up on it instead of just leaving. I feel like a lot of people has been in domestic like domestic violence, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people been through that, but I also feel like abuse ain't just like physical, you know, it can be mental, you know, it can be emotional, you know, and females are smart just like a nigga is smart. And I feel like it's both ways. I feel like I need to just come out and get out and start talking about it, because if you don't talk about it, you're not going to help the next person. Like me growing up, I ain't gonna hold you. I used to think this all the time. Like, if a man put his hands on a woman, that nigga's a pussy. I don't give a fuck what the situation was until I got myself in that situation. And I'm like, and I'm not gonna say I'm the type to go around put my hands on females, but I'm gonna say that you gotta defend yourself. Man, I had females pull knives out on me. You know what I'm saying? I had females pull guns out on me. I had some females bring niggas to my direction. And what am I supposed to do? It'd be like, since you a female, I'm gonna sit back. No, you put a gun out on me, you put a knife out on me. No, now it's my life versus your life. Now I'm about to, like, you see what I'm talking about? Like, it gets to that point. But a lot of niggas don't want to speak on that because they want to be like, I'm too cool for that, I'm too hard for that shit. Yeah, nigga, but if you put yourself in that position, if you get yourself in that position, what would you do? That's why I start speaking out on it. That's why I just keep it moving. But I'll never go back to those females.
No, we need people like you to speak out on matters such as that, man. I'm going to give you 2 situations to describe a little bit more deeper than you already have. Describe the kid not being yours. Because I know that I got a son, and I know I'll be sick as hell if something just came up and he wasn't mine, you know.
All right, so now this kid, like, when I say, like, it wasn't just, like, I look at it like that was my kid. That was like, to me, that was like my firstborn. And it wasn't even just my firstborn, it was a boy. So it was like, I got a son. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I got a son. I don't know how a lot of people are when they trying to get kids. But me, that was like, me not being able to grow up with my parents, me being a foster care, me being away from a family. You heard me? Like, that meant the world to me. Like, that was little me. And I was like, that was little me growing up. But I couldn't even visit this kid. I'm sending money out. And I can't even visit this. I can't even see this kid. The only time I can see this kid is when she coming up and trying to get this money. That's the only time I can see this kid. I'm like, man, I want this kid to stay nice with me. Who is this nigga that this kid keep going over? You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I found that the kid wasn't mine, it wasn't like I'm jumping up and I'm celebrating like, hell the fuck yeah. It's not like me and her was having this. I'm speak some truth to it. It's not like me and her was having a lot of beef and I was always bitching at this girl, she bitching at me. We wasn't on that shit. We was barely talking. It was the fact that you just I felt like I lost a kid. Whenever I found that the kid wasn't mine, I felt like I lost a kid. And that shit affected me. And nigga, I'm crying like a bitch and everything. I'm like, that was supposed to be my son. I don't care about the money. I wanted my kid. But then when I found that the kid wasn't mine and that they was taking all this money from me, both of them working together, I'm like, you gonna reap what you sow. And I'm out this bitch. You know, I'm out. And I had to move on.
Okay. Damn, man, shit. Damn. I couldn't handle it, man. You handled it better than I did. Give us a bit about the herpes situation. You didn't catch the herpes, but like, give us a bit about the herpes situation.
So
that's crazy, the motherfucker too. We was in the, listening to the song, and I'm like, hey, what the fuck?
Yeah,
give us a bit on the herpes situation, bro.
All right, so my ex-female, she was like, she ended up having this dude that she used to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Like a best friend and all that shit. She knew him longer than she knew me. So I was like, all right, then cool. But when I went to go visit my parents, whenever I went to go visit my parents and my family, my foster family and all that, I was trying my best to, be there. I'm still trying to get used to this, having a foster family and trying to get to know my brothers and sisters. Like I said, I was a foster child, so I'm still trying to figure out who my brothers and sisters and know what they about. When I'm trying to learn my family, she was over here fucking on this dude. This dude had herpes. This nigga been going around doing the most. She's doing all this shit. So I'm like, all right then, what is, what not? But I didn't know about that shit until I was on my way back. The crazy part about this shit is she paid for this nigga to come out to New Mexico. This nigga's in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You heard me? This nigga's from Tulsa, Oklahoma. The moment I was supposed to go out there, like I said, this shit is in my songs, bro. Like, the moment I was supposed to go out there, she was like, hold up, wait, don't even worry about coming out here. Like, just keep on being friends with your family. Keep being out there with your family and everything. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, you starting to understand. I'm used to her drinking. I'm used to her fighting me and all that shit. But she finally letting me stay out here with my family. She's like, go out there. I understand you trying to be out there. I'm like, okay then, I'll be out there. Give me another week and I'll come out there. She said, all right then, bet. Not knowing the reason why she said that is because the Greyhound bus I was supposed to take to go out there, she had this nigga take it. That nigga come out there fucking on her. Gave her herpes. Let me show you how crazy this female is. Crazy part about it is this bitch knew that this nigga had herpes. She just wanted to see if she could trap me to keep me out there. And whenever I found out about that shit, she was like, all right, so look, I'm gonna test your loyalty out. You say you love me. You say you love me. The only way I can get you to stay is I had my best friend come out here and fuck up on me. He has herpes. He gave me herpes. If you really love me, if you really want to be with me, if you really want to do this family thing, then you'll come out here and be with me. Because now you know no other man wants to be with me. I let her go. Because I'm telling you, if I tell you that I love you, know that I mean that shit. That's why the hook in the song.
Yeah,
if I told you that I love you, know that I mean that shit.
Lying,
yeah, I ain't lying about that shit.
I'm hip. I'm hella hip, man. How are you coping with this in today's time? Because it's probably been some time since the herpes situation, since the kid situation, since all these relationships have passed. How are you coping with it? Have you ever been able to cope with it yet? Or are you still just going through it?
Nah, I cope with it through the music. I'm gonna tell you the most beautifulest thing. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't got no fans. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna come out here and be like, man, I got all this money and all that shit. I ain't gonna hold all y'all. I ain't got fans. You know what I'm saying? The beautifulest thing is whenever I came to you and I told y'all I was nervous. I was nervous because I'm like, damn, I'm actually telling my story. First time I finally get the chance to tell my story. And I'm coming out there and I'm telling y'all about it and how nervous I was. But when that mic was right there and that energy, I don't know where the fuck that energy came from, but when that energy came out,
yeah, you was nervous no more. Yeah.
And then I seen y'all singing the hook and singing the song with me. It was like that was the most beautifulest thing. And I couldn't think about the problems no more. It was like this is my medicine. This is therapy. When I do my music, this is therapy. It's my way of opening up. I'm not going. Everybody out here can talk about killing and ops and all that shit. But if everybody's talking about killing and everybody got ops and everybody got a body, so we all killers, like everybody's a killer like that, like come on, talk about some real shit. I'm out here talking about what really went down. I can easily make songs about that, but I feel like my specialty is to talk about my life and what I really went through. And you can hear the passion in my music. That's why I'm saying, like, man, tune into all that shit.
I know, and they gonna tune in for sure. I'm gonna keep pushing this shit, man, because you really actually talking about your life, man. And as somebody who came out of foster care just like you did, any advice for like regular kids and foster kids and kids of that nature, because or teenagers. Let's go. You know, teens that are in foster care and kids that are just living with their respective parents.
Man, look, I'm not gonna say every foster family is bad. The last foster family I got with, they was chill, but there was some stuff that I had to see. There's some shit I went through in the foster care. Matter of fact, I don't even want to speak on the kids being in foster care, because the ones that's in foster care, they're going through it. Every foster home is different. I need to talk to the parents. If y'all not really trying to be there for your kids and everything, they had to go through foster child. You don't know what your kid is going through. You don't know what the fuck they going through. When my mom and dad chose drugs over me, nigga, I didn't want to believe that shit. I ended up having to go to a mental institute, a hospital. I ended up having to go to a shelter multiple times. I ended up having to go to the group home. You know, then I went to the boys' home. And then after that, when I finally went to my foster home, the only reason I was able to go back to my parents is because my mom was so high on the drugs that whenever I turned 16, I just turned 16, she ended up telling my case manager, hey, yo, he's staying with me. My case manager was like, he gonna have to go back with us. He gonna have to go back with us. And she looked him in her eyes and she was like, no, I said he's staying with me. She didn't want no smoke with my mama. And my first time seeing my mom, I'm like, I don't even want no smoke. She took all my clothes, and I'm not making this shit up. She took all my clothes and said, you got all this from that bitch? I'm like, Mom, what are you talking about? She said, you got all that shit from that bitch? That the one that you been calling your mom? She burnt all my clothes. Every single one of them. Burnt all my clothes. I'm thinking she about to go ahead and replace this shit. My dad's a crackhead. The fuck you doing burning my clothes? Burnt all my shit. And I had to start from scratch. Nigga, I'm in there kicking doors. And my family ended up having to go through all kind of shit. When my mom was going through that mental shit, when she was going through drugs, when my dad ended up going through drugs and all that shit, we didn't have nothing to eat. We didn't have nothing. We had nowhere to sleep. We had to leave. We had to leave Section 8 to go stay in a hotel. All of us. Nigga, there's 10 of us. We had to go stay in a hotel. My mom ended up taking all of us to New Mexico. That's why I ended up growing up out in New Mexico. My dad said, fuck this family. He went out to New Mexico to be with some bitches. My mom said, fuck all that. I'm taking all y'all to New Mexico. We don't know nobody out there. We ended up having to survive out there. There's so much shit that I had to go through. That's why I'm saying, like, look, love your kids. Because if you don't love your kids going to grow up and they can go through some shit. I still got people in the system. That's why I'm like, I don't really want to talk to kids that's in the foster care. But if you are in the foster care and you my situation, man, just keep your head up, because you can. There's light at the end of the tunnel. There's light at the end of the tunnel. You can put this in your music or in your artwork or whatever the fuck you gotta do. Just the light at the end of the tunnel. But you're gonna have to go through a lot of trials and tribulations before you can get to that light. I seen people up in there end up committed suicide. I seen a lot of shit. A lot of shit. So like, don't do all that shit. Don't go to the dark. Just stay with the light and just keep pushing. You're gonna make it out of that. Because now I got my own studio. I got my own money. I'm coming up. I'm doing it. I end up having to do a lot of dirt. But I end up what that taught me is I came into this world alone. Like literally alone. I didn't grow up with my family. You know what I'm saying? So I had to thug it on my own. And I ended up getting my shit on my own. And that's why I'm here. I don't trust nobody. Man. Besides CBND and YRN, I ain't gonna hold you. YRN, young ruthless niggas. Those niggas, I ain't gonna hold you. Them niggas hard. I be fucking with them niggas. Those niggas with my family. Those my people right there.
They got some music. They got music, or what they do? Okay.
They got music.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to look for them. Send me some links, buddy.
I'm definitely.
I'm gonna push it for real. I'm gonna push it for real. Man, this is probably the deepest interview I done had. No cap. Damn. What's next for you in 2024 and beyond, man? We made it to the new year. Thank the Lord, man. What is next for you?
The next thing for me is, like I said, I've been doing music. I've been working with my team, but I think it's time for me to actually like get out the shadows and like literally start pushing my music for real. I've been watching behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? I've been literally like looking at everybody and see what they be talking about, and I'm like, man, I don't know. And I used to try to make songs like that, but finally this year I'm like, fuck all that. I really want to talk about what I've been through. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably going to be the only one in Tulsa, and how I don't want to be. I do not want to be the only one in Tulsa talking about what I really went through with foster care and all this shit. I want other people to open up and be like, you know what, I've been through some shit. You know, why am I talking about sliding these niggas when I need to be talking about what I've really been through? You know, because I know I'm not the only one that went through this shit. You know, I feel like I'm the only one that's just being outspoken about this shit. And like, in 2024, I'm about to bring out more songs. I'm about to be working with King Spencer more often. I'm about to be doing these videos. I got a management team that's behind me that actually knows about this shit, that actually pushing me. I don't even make music out here in Tulsa. I love Tulsa. I ain't gonna hold you. I love Tulsa. I got my studio here. That's because there's people in here that don't want to fuck with me on making music. My head, they're supposed to be still my boys. I don't know what their situation is. They don't fuck with me. I don't fuck with y'all. But I hope that y'all make it. That's it. There's some niggas that I actually helped out, try to talk to them about some information, give them the blueprint of how to make it. Nigga told me, hey, yo, look, I feel like we ain't been friends like the way we used to, so I'm gonna just go ahead and get my shit and out here. Nigga try to cut me off after he just got a little shine of light. So I'm like, there's so many niggas and so many stories that I could talk to y'all. I'm gonna just keep it brief. A lot of niggas don't fuck with me. I don't know what the situation is. If y'all ain't gonna man up and just hit my line, y'all know where I be at, and try to tell me why y'all don't fuck with me, then y'all just making me lose money. I'm gonna just keep it pushing and work on me. There's no love lost with y'all. Y'all just keep it going, but I'm gonna just keep on doing my own thing.
Man, any closing words, man?
My closing words is like, look, whatever y'all going through, man, just put in your music. If you're talented, even if you're not talented, bro, like I'm not gonna say I'm talented. I just put my stuff together and make it happen. But I want to give a shout out. Can I give a shout out? Yeah, I want to do it again because I fuck with these niggas. Like, you like CBND. That's my thing that I'm working on. I got clothes coming out that's being made as well. Like I said, I'm not stupid. I got a business. It's already an LLC. It's called CBND. It stands for Chase Bags Not Dreams. I got clothes that's being made, songs coming out with it, and then I got my little niggas YRN. I want to give a shout out to Lil Zam, Shooter, Apex, Gmo, Free Gmo, nigga doing some dumb shit. Get the fuck out. I got Merc. All these niggas that's on YRN, these niggas are hard. Y'all need to check them out. Those are my go-to niggas. Those are niggas like, if niggas trying to mess with me, I'm like, hey, yo, nigga, go handle those niggas. But other than that, those are my family. So I want to give a shout out to all of them, and also my foster mom and everybody else that's really trying to work with me, my management team. You know what I'm saying? And that's my family. That's CB&D for life.
So, Hunnid Table, free quiz.
Yes, it's only a matter of time.